to Prestige Mode Gaming.
The most important part of this video is that you recognize that there is a giant camouflage penis in the middle of the level. Hey guys, it's Logan from PrestigeModeGaming, and as you can see here, I'm playing a little Call of Duty Classic, which is a HD port of Call of Duty 1. And we're just going to jump into things. This was a very, very long game, 25 minutes. And you may not recognize the game type because it's something a little bit different than what you may be used to if you didn't play Call of Duty 1. I played a lot of Call of Duty 1, and it actually took me about 2 or 3 minutes to realize, because I was supposed to be in a team deathmatch game, but I finally realized that I was in a behind enemy lines game, which is, something I completely forgot about. You set up 2 classes, and by setup I mean you pick 2 different guns. One for each, I guess, team? I couldn't think of a word there. Yeah, the different team that you spawn on. So you start off most likely as a German. As you can see here, it's 5 versus 2. And I'm now a British soldier. And the way that it works is that it's me and another allied soldier, and we are trying to survive. Yeah, other than that, that's all it is. It's basically a game of cat and mouse. You may remember this sort of game type from maybe GoldenEye or something like that. But this is something that made its way out of the Call of Duty series, which is sad, because this is a very, very cool game type, and I would very much like to see it come back, because it is very interesting. Yeah, so here the way that it works is that I am trying to survive. And every time I die, that person takes my place as an allied soldier, and you gain points for staying behind enemy lines the longest. It's a pretty simple concept, but at the same time, it's super fun. It's super fun, and like, this was easily one of my favorite game types, other than Search and Destroy on the original Call of Duty. And if it made its way back into Black Ops, I would be pretty happy. And okay, so I'm using the Sten as a British soldier, and the MP40, probably, yeah, MP40. So I just want to go over this whole game type, and I want to talk about Call of Duty as a series. And to me, Call of Duty, it's a game that, and I'm talking about the original game, not the series right now. It's a game that I hold close to my heart. It is something that is super important to me in my gaming history. This is a game that I spent many hours playing over LAN or online with some of my really good friends, and I remember sniping for hours and hours on end on just 2 single maps, Pavlov and Hurtgen. And we used to play those all the time. We'd mix it up and go to different levels, but I mean, like, that was a very important game to me, and this is a very important part in video game history of first-person shooters. Like, there's a lot of haters out there that hate Call of Duty series, and there's a lot of fanboys, and I'm neither. I love Call of Duty, and I love everything. And you guys on Pixel Enemy, I know that many of you enjoy dice games much more than Activision games, or whatever, but at the same time, you have to respect what Call of Duty has done. And I'm talking specifically about the original Call of Duty. The way that it works is that Call of Duty, it brought this like different type of gameplay, like this fast, fluid gameplay in comparison to different first-person shooters at the time, and on the PC it reigned superior to almost everything. I'd say around that time there's very little that that could compare to this. I would say maybe and it's hard to remember what games were out at that time, but there was Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which was a fairly good game. It was probably just around this same time. It was also a very, very good game, so that was big. Obviously the Counter-Strike series, but I'm not sure when that came out. I can't remember right now, but I should have did my homework before I started this video, but I didn't, obviously. So I didn't even start to talk about this series. This series that I'm doing right now is Call of Duty Retrospect, and I'm just taking a look at the Call of Duty series and how it worked its way up to where it is now, and hopefully, to a very impressive release of Black Ops. And I don't want to talk too much about Black Ops, but at the same time, I feel like this game, or Black Ops, will it has potential to be a good game, because they're doing what Modern Warfare 2 didn't do. They're listening to the people, and Modern Warfare 2 had so many errors, so many faults, but they didn't listen to anybody. They didn't want to change it because they didn't want to admit that they did something wrong, and that is perfectly okay if you are somebody that can do that, like an artist, but a musician or something. But when you are making something for the people, and seriously, this game is for the people. It's not for, the developers to sit around and say, "Oh yes, you know what? I created that game," and good for them. Everybody's proud of you. Thank you for making a very good game. But at the same time, when you do things wrong, fix them. That's the first and foremost. In Call of Duty 1, I don't think they had to do that because it was already perfect for the time. Obviously, for the time it was perfect. They didn't add anything that didn't need to be added. It was basic and beautiful. The hit registration was amazing for its time, just absolutely phenomenal for its time. And the way that it works out is that when you make an excellent game, you get paid for it, or you get the satisfaction of knowing that you made that excellent game. And I believe that they did. They figured it out. They realized they got it, and Infinity Ward, put a golden sticker on the history of video games, the history of first-person shooters, and thank you to them, because it's very important to remember where you came from. And in video games, you got to think about the past, and in the past, we think about things like Call of Duty, Mario. Now, I'm not trying to compare it to Mario, but at the same time, video games wouldn't be the same without games like this. This is a cornerstone in gaming history, and there you go. That's part 1, boys.
Prestige Mode Gaming.